constipation, this video is for you and please do watch it till the end. So what exactly is constipation? Constipation is when you have 3 or less than 3 bowel movements per week. This is the medical definition of constipation. However, we as doctors have started identifying constipation based on patient symptoms, which also include that they have difficulty in defecation, they have to strain a lot, or they have incomplete emptying during defecation or after defecation. They have a feeling of incomplete emptying of stools. So this is how we generally define constipation. Now, when we come to causes of constipation, I have personally divided them into medical causes and non-medical causes. So the medical causes can be a tumor or neoplasm or some cancerous obstruction in the intestine, large intestine, which is stopping the flow of stools. The second can be some nerve or muscular disorders that are varied in nature. Then there can be hypothyroidism, some drugs, medicines means, or depression. These are common medical causes of constipation. However, our focus of this video is non-medical causes of constipation because this is which is most common and in easy control of yourself. So you can easily control the non-medical causes of constipation. But before we step onto the non-medical causes and understand how you can resolve them, let us understand the physiology of constipation that happens in common parlance. So what happens is you eat food, it goes through esophagus to your stomach, then the small intestine, and then the large intestine. From the large intestine, it moves to rectum and to the anus, from where it is defecated out. However, what happens is in the movement through the large intestine, the water gets absorbed from the food. So what happens is the consistency of stool is formed in the large intestine where the water gets absorbed and it solidifies to become a big mass as you see during defecation. So this is what happens is a physiological process of defecation or food formation of stools. So from this you can easily appreciate that there are two important factors which cause easy bowel movement. The first is that there is water within the stools. What happens is if the water is lost or reabsorbed by the body in large intestine, the stool becomes hard. But if too much of water is absorbed, the stool becomes hard. This hard stool is difficult to defecate out. There is lot of straining that is required and it may cause hemorrhoids also, or what we call as piles. Because there is too much of straining during defecation, it will get impacted within your large intestine and you will have decreased frequency of defecation, ultimately leading to constipation. So water is an important component of your stool for it to have an easy bowel movement, to have proper defecation reflex. The second is exercise or movement of the bowel, large intestine. So what happens is there is muscular movement of contraction in the large intestine which pushes the food out. So this movement is categorically very important. So these are the two factors which cause easy bowel movement. Now, knowing the physiology and the factors which cause easy bowel movement, we can easily derive what you should do as a patient of constipation, what you can do in your daily life. So there are 3 things I need to discuss, and if you focus on these 3 things, you can be rest assured that your constipation may be relieved if it is a non-medical cause of constipation. The first thing is food. So you need to have fiber-rich hygroscopic food, means food that keeps water or retains water. So fiber-rich diet retains water. So even if it moves in the large intestine, even though a lot of water is reabsorbed by the body, but what happens is fiber-rich diet still retains lot of water so that the consistency of stool is such that it is solid but soft. Hence, leads to easy bowel movement and easy defecation. However, on the contrary, if we compare this to non-vegetarian diet, the problem with the non-vegetarian diet is it has too much of sulfur content, and sulfur is hydrophobic. That means it repels water. So what happens is when you eat non-vegetarian food and it moves to your large intestine, the body is reabsorbing water, but because the non-vegetarian meal is also hydrophobic, repels water, so it loses out maximum water. What happens then is that the stool becomes hard impacted solid substance, which is difficult to move out. It does not empty out easily, and even if it empties out, there is a lot of straining required during defecation of a hard stool. And that is why you might have observed a lot of people who come with constipation are rigorous non-vegetarian eaters. Now, how do you resolve this? Because that is a food substance, we cannot talk about you should stop non-vegetarian food. So how do you resolve this? Is consuming lots of water, at least 2.5 to 3 liters of water consumption per day if you're not doing any physical labor work is mandatory. Water has other effects, other complementary beneficial effects, but on the bowel movement, it has a significant effect, as you can already understand from the physiology we have discussed. So if you drink plenty of water, the consistency of stool is solid but soft, and hence it leads to easy bowel movement, and water is an essential component if you want to avoid constipation. The third is exercise. So regular exercise, what it does is it increases the mobility of the large intestine. The more mobile the large intestine is, the easier stool will pass through a defecation reflex, and it will be easier for you to defecate to avoid constipation. So friends, this was a short video on non-medical causes of constipation and how you can resolve them on your own at your home. And I hope you enjoyed the video. You will implement these concepts, these 3 solutions that I have given. If you implement them, I can assure you your non-medical causes of constipation will be relieved. So if you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to watch my next video. Thank you.